I think particularly, I suppose for all businesses, but I might say particularly for recruitment, it's the trust that you have to kind of achieve with the people we're working with. So if it's a new contract we've got, I mean, and trust is earned, as we know. So, and employing the wrong person, as I said before, can cause absolute chaos, be very stressful and cost money. So I don't know if that's a challenge, but it is always at the beginning because people have to get to know you and trust you. But you do that, you evidence your work, don't you? So it's by your results, of course.
Okay, so building.
Um,
So when you say building that trust, is that with the your clients that decide to use you to do
yeah, I
things?
think so. I think so. So, and if you're going to be recommended word of mouth, that's brilliant because then you've got somebody that they know. Um, that's why it's really important to spend time inside the business for the reasons I've said already, but also to really show that you care about what you do, that you will absolutely take the time to understand what they need, and they can see you doing that. So it's not just about putting an ad out, kind of sending backing over a load of CVs to look busy. So it's about demonstrating that we do as I've said that we do. Some of the other challenges, I think, particularly when people are kind of strapped for cash, it might be paying someone to do the recruitment is something that people kind of stop doing, thinking, well, why pay Sussex Staffing Solutions to do this for us? We'll just do it ourselves. The challenge for some of those business owners is the time it takes, because it does take time if you're going to do it properly. And sometimes people don't have not the expertise because they will always know their business better than I do, of course, but maybe confidence around finding the right people, interviewing. Not everybody has that confidence. So I think, like all business owners, when times are hard, and we all feel the pressure financially, that might be something that a business thinks, well, actually, I'm not going to pay for that. I'll do it ourselves.
And
I think in terms of,
if you could
sorry,
wave
go
a
on.
magic wand right now, Grace, and solve one challenge in your business, what would it be?
Gosh, challenging my business. Do you know what we struggle
Mm.
to in terms of our own struggles around finding the right people?
Yeah,
I'll tell you something very specific.
yeah.
We support a number of businesses with temporary staffing, as I said, and permanent recruitment, specifically in adult social care. Now, we know that adult social care and health is a sector which is under massive financial pressures. There are also significant staffing challenges. And many of our clients who we support with temporary staff, because of course we do that as well, only want female carers who drive.
Okay.
So that's a challenge for all of us. So if I could wave my magic wand and have 20 kind and caring female women who drive with a car, that would be amazing for our business. We do have those who work with us, of course, but that's what everybody really needs because most of the people who receive care, or many of them rather, would prefer a woman to be delivering that care. So I think that's a challenge for all of us. We're really lucky we've got a great team that work with us, and many of our team have been with us in terms of our temporary support for a number of years. So we're not a company that people are coming and just leaving. We don't have huge kind of turnover or churn in terms of our temporary teams. So that's great. It's great for us as a business and it's great for the people that we support. So we can provide that kind of consistency to them as well. But I would say that's a challenge for everybody. Yeah, including ourselves.
Interesting. No, thank you for sharing that. And look, guys, there's one question I always like to ask everybody that's kind enough to join me on this session, and that's this: what is the best advice that you would give to an 18-year-old you? So if you could go back and speak to yourself when you were 18, what would you say?
I don't know. That's a tricky one because I don't know that I'd want to change all the decisions and all the mistakes that I made. of which there would probably have been many, because I wouldn't be where I am today without those. Maybe take more positive risk. Um, I mean, I did go to university a couple of times. I think to an 18-year-old now, my advice around that might be different.
Mhm.
It might be get kind of more kind of hands-on experience, get out in the workplace, and also, if you're brave enough, start your own business. So I don't know that I would change much in terms of my 18-year-old self, and that's not because I was by any means perfect or didn't make mistakes. But it's because it's those mistakes, learning from those, growing from those, has probably got me to where I am today. That doesn't really answer your question, does it? I don't know.
So, and look, by the way, it's not about what would you change. It's about if there's any advice. So it sounds as though your advice to your 18-year-old you would be just just carry on doing what you're doing.
No,
Just
as well as be braver,
yeah, there you
take more risk.
go. Like it.
Be braver and take more risk. I think I followed at the time a kind of a largely traditional route of going to university, training to be a social worker. But at that time, that's absolutely all I wanted to be was a social worker. And I did that for many years, as I've said, and really enjoyed it. But yeah, be braver, I think. Yeah.